Hey everybody, this is Terri Green of the Terri Green Project, and I'm here as a part of this project uniting independent soul artists from all over the planet. So it's an incredible opportunity to be able to work with some of the brightest independent music artists in this lockdown period. Nobody had proper studios. Most of us had to record using GarageBand and whatever, but we got it done. Thanks to Rob Hardt and Toddi and Cornell Carter on production, Randy Hall from Las Vegas. We also have Dino Rhodes of the Weather Girls, Miracle Thomas, Mark Staggers, Michelle Lawson, and David A. Tobin to join me in this version of What's Going On.
What's really going on, y'all?
Hey, what's
Do
going
we
on?
have the answer?
What's happening?
Man.
Nobody can seem to tell us.
Come on, T.
What's really going on?
We still trying to find out what's going on, y'all.
They don't want to tell us.
Mother, there's too many of you crying. Oh, brother, there's far too many of you dying.
You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Oh,
Father, we don't need to escalate. Oh no, you see, war is not the answer. Only love can conquer hate.
You know we got to find
Hey, my name is Cornell C.C. Carter from the San Francisco Bay Area, Oakland, Berkeley. Here to talk about the What's Going On. That great What's Going On question, song, genius of Marvin Gaye. And it's amazing because I recall the moment Terri and I were talking about doing the song. And so much has happened since the time we got together to even talk about the song itself. And as you can see, the time that we're living in now. And speaking of the time of living in, I was a late 60s going into the 70s young kid. So being a part of all that revolution and seeing all the things that was actually going on with people fighting for justice and equality and food and trying to get a job and all those things. And, you know, growing up knowing what it's like to be in line getting fed by the Black Panthers, who unfortunately had a bad reputation, which was unfair, which wasn't true. So even knowing when you're getting help from people, but the media paints it as something different, and that's in the minds of the masses, when you were directly there and knowing how important and how valuable that was to be able to go somewhere to get a bite to eat, you know, when your parents didn't have enough to feed you. So What's Going On to me is just such a huge song and such a huge project that I'm passionate about it. So I'm speaking with passion. And it's probably one of the things that drove me as I got a little older to even want to sing and become an independent soul artist. And, you know, fortunately for me, I've been able to, you know, have some great highlights as an artist and opening up for the likes of, you know, James Brown, you know, Ray Charles, and recording with some greats such as, you know, the great producer and artist Michael Walden, who's my close friend, Carlos Santana. So I've been able to even fight through all those, you know, what you would call negatives and situations, even to the point where I was driven to do some things that I ain't necessarily proud of, you know, but, you know, as God is graceful, I made it through that and became the artist and the man that I am now. So this What's Going On song is especially with what's happening with the COVID-19 and distancing, and, you know, we're trying to get together, but now we're being driven apart again. So the song is now going to be readdressed by all of us as artists, and what it truly means and how we move on. Because it seems like every time we take 2 steps, we take 3 back. So as we move forward, me being an artist and just being honored to be with the rest of the artists who are passionate about this, we got to figure this thing out, man. We got to do this thing together because we all in this thing together, all of us. Peace.
Hi, I'm Randy Hall. I'm a recording artist, I'm a writer, I'm a singer, I'm a producer, I'm a musician. I am so honored to be a part of this great fellowship of artists coming together to spread the message of love, hope, and unity. You know, being in a worldwide pandemic, mankind must reach out to one another. We have to help each other through this. I know in time that we're going to be in the winning lane. You know, the song What's Going On, it tells the whole story. You know, it's up to us, though, to have a happy ending. So remember this, please stay at home and please stay safe. I love all of you, and I'm reaching out to each one of you and hugging each one of you and wishing you all the best through this. And remember one thing, we're all in this together.
Hi, let me introduce myself to some of you, and some of you may not know that I am Danielle Rhodes, the daughter of the late Izora Rhodes of the Weather Girls. We now have this project that we're redoing the remake of What's Going On in this great time of, seems like a depression to me, but We all have to do what we have to do. This pandemic that's going on, it really has made the world stop. You have to say to yourself, what's really going on? But you don't have an answer for it. Yeah, but hopefully that this all too shall pass. And we'll get back to our lives again, and we will carry on.
Hi, I'm Toddi Reed from the Terri Green Project, and I make music since I was 6 years old, starting with my violin in an orchestra, then going to my saxophone, and started to produce music when I was like 16, 17, and with the Terri Green Project. We do this beautiful song, What's Going On. It's one of my favorite tunes. I can go on and on playing this tune, and I'm very proud to be a part of this project, and I hope you will like it.
Hi, my name is Mark Staggers, and I'm currently living in the States, just outside of Washington, D.C., where I was born. Singing for probably about 25 plus years. Most of my music is probably more recognized overseas than here in the States, and for that, I'm grateful for the wonderful people who have just continually supported my career and continue to encourage me. In terms of what's going on today, I think like most people, just hunkering down, just trying to make do with the best given the circumstances with the virus. My heart really goes out to so many who have been devastated by this horrible virus, and family members that have been lost, the jobs that have been lost, just watching people who have never had to worry about getting food now in food lines, and the hospitals that are overwhelmed. And personally know of a dear friend of mine who lost his sister to the virus, and so this has been a very difficult time for a lot of people, and so I continue to pray for those who are going through. I just want you to know that one day this too shall pass, and to just continue to stay strong through this. So many people are just suffering, and I'm sad for that. But, grateful for the opportunity to record this great song with such wonderful and talented artists, and appreciative for the fact that they've included me in this process. So to all of you, please continue to stay safe, be encouraged, and know that you're being prayed for, and hoping for the best for you as you go through this. God bless.
Hi, my name's Michelle Lawson. I'm a singer from the UK, and I've been singing for over 25 years. I've been very blessed to have some amazing memories and support artists like Craig David, Chris de Berg, Errol Brown. I've had an amazing time, been so lucky. I've had a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but that's just like anything in life. You've just got to take the rough with the smooth. And I've recently been approached by another artist who asked me to get involved in a project to perform and remake an absolute classic tune by Mr. Marvin Gaye. The words are just so appropriate right now. We're all on lockdown. We've all got to stick together and lift one another up and lift one another's spirits and look after one another. And music is such a good tool to keep us all going and to keep us strong. For me, music has always been a big part of my life, and every time I've had tough times, I've got through it with music. Music has always pulled me through. And that's right now, at this current time and moment, we're all on lockdown. Some people are finding it harder than others, and we just need to make sure that we all stick together and come through this. So I said yes to getting involved with this project because it's important to keep being creative and keep inspiring people and keep lifting people's spirits through music especially, and be there for one another. So I got involved in this project, and I'm very excited to hear everybody coming together on this song. So take care of one another, Thanks for listening. Lots of love.
My name is Miracle Thomas. I am happily divorced with a son who has autism. I'm also a vocalist, songwriter, and producer. I started singing at the age of 3 in my hometown in Lynchburg, Virginia. I moved to Washington, D.C. when I was about 13 years old. I was inspired by a lot of great singers, but the biggest inspiration was from my uncle, the late Carl Anderson, who was known for his song Buttercup. Uncle Carl was very protective over me. Matter of fact, he didn't want me to pursue a career in the music industry. I stopped singing to take care of my son. As stated before, he has autism. And we would go to numerous doctor's appointments, 3 days a week, 1 hour, one way. And we did this for 10 years. Although I wanted to get back into the music industry, I didn't want my son to think that I was neglecting him. So I decided to homeschool him after a professional told me that he would never be able to read or write. And I'm so glad to say that my son is doing well. He's 16 now. I even had my own medical issues, and I don't talk about it a lot because I do have on prescription sunglasses. I have something that's called photophobia, and it's very sensitive to light, and I get headaches and nauseousness, but I never let it stop me from doing what I want to do. It's called choosing your battles, and I learned to maneuver the best way that I can. So, I had pictures with Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, Father MC, Regina Bell, the group The Manhattans, and the late Gerald Levert. I just opened up shows for as many people that I could. I'm really excited, and I'm looking forward to continuing on this musical journey. I'm meeting so many wonderful people, and I'm honored to connect with artists on this project. I'm proudly standing on the shoulders of so many who have come before me, and I'm so grateful for the sacrifices that they made. Let's continue to be there for each other, because at the end of the day, we truly need each other. Be safe, everyone.
Hey, party people, it's David A. Tobin. What's going on? A release from Motown 1971 from Marvin Gaye. I guess my connection to the song is that it continues to be true. I can remember white people, black people, everybody singing this song. I even think we have sung that song in church. I just think that what's going on is so timely, and it's sad in a way that we still are fighting mothers against mothers, father against father, sister, 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 brother, brother, brother. But he was really seeing the future and writing something that was not just for today, but forever, as long as the world was in conflict. And I still connect to the song because it's always on the radio. It has never left the radio. It's always been there for us to remind us and to heed that warning, really to heed that warning. So for me, it's just like my all-time song that always plays in my head, that's always there to remind us of what's going on. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Rob Hardt, and we are all in this together.
I'm Ken Falana, artist, printmaker, draftman, and former art professor. I'm very proud to be a part of this talented group of artists who are remaking a favorite song of mine, What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. The lyrics of the song is appropriate for what's going on in America as it was in 1971. I grew up in Florida in the 40s through the 60s. I've lived through segregation, lynching, civil rights movement, riots, assassination, integration, and to the racism we still have today. These cumulative experiences gave rise to a large body of socially conscious artwork, including Thinking of You, which is the cover art for the song. I created Thinking of You in 1971. It is an etching mixed with silkscreen and is a self-portrait. In it, I'm looking up with introspect and contemplation about the reason for the plight of black people in America at the end of the civil rights movement. In the lower half of the print are images of people in freedom marches pitted against police and reflecting what was going on in America in the 60s. I participated in civil rights marches and sit-ins at lunch counters in St. Petersburg, Florida in 1960. It is now 1971, and I still have questions about racial injustice in America. Here it is 2020, and there still are questions. But my hope is that we can move forward as a united country who respects all of its citizens' rights, no matter their race, sex, or class.
And I hope you understand how important this is for us in this moment to speak.
We're all in this together. What's really going on, y'all?
Hey, what's
Do
going on?
we have
y'all?
the answer?
What's happening?
Man, nobody can seem to tell us.
Come on, T.
What's really going on?
We still trying to find out what's going on, y'all.
They don't want to tell us.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Oh, brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying.